Hey everybody, we are here with some more Dota. This is actually a replay I'm watching, so this is not live. But this game I get to play Venomancer, who is one of my favorite heroes, and I just figured I would show up because it's a pretty fun game. I think like everybody plays pretty well. I think our team just I don't know, whatever. You will see. I don't want to spoil anything, but I get to play as Venomancer, who is he's probably one of my favorite heroes just because he can do like so many cool things. It's like he can do like everything. So I guess just with the picks, that Mentok guy who got sniper, he random sniper, and then those MOB people on the other team who are like in the clan or whatever, they picked Crystal Maiden and Ursa, which are actually pretty good together. Because I mean, Crystal Maiden has a lot of disables, and I think they did that on purpose, because if you can disable somebody and let Ursa wail on them, they're gonna die really fast. Because the only problem with Ursa, he does a lot of damage, but it's like he doesn't really have any way to slow people down very well. So then they pick up Invoker, who is really good, just in general. If you know how to play him, that is. I don't really know how to play him all that well, so right now we're still picking. There's like only 8 seconds left, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to pick, I just picked Venomancer because I felt like it. I don't know why exactly I picked Venomancer. Basically because on this screen it doesn't really like show. We don't want directed, screw directed, but it doesn't really show like when you're picking and then like your team clicks on a hero, they'll like show up on a kind of a grayish thing. That will show you like that they haven't selected that hero, but that they have clicked on him and they might select him. So I know this guy was on Tiny and this guy was on Ancient Apparition, and so I'm like, okay, we're probably pretty good there. I should probably go with somebody that's pretty like good pushing, because we don't really have any pushing heroes, and people like Beastmaster and Invoker can push pretty hard. So I wanted to get an anti-pushing or push hero. And Venomancer is great at that because of his Plague Wards. You'll see me using a lot. Probably his best ability. Kind of depends on what playstyle you're going for. In this game, I kind of go more support. But you can also play Venomancer as kind of a semi-carry, where he can kind of carry games. I did that in a different game with him, where I went middle, actually, with Venomancer, which is kind of unusual. And I just basically got so much farm, I was able to try and semi-carry. So, here we are trying to decide who's going to what lane, and then I switch with Tiny, because we don't want Tiny and Bounty Hunter bottom. We want to split up so it's ranged and melee in each lane, because that's generally better. Because the ranged, because I can support Bounty Hunter, because I mean it's hard for melee people like Bounty Hunter to get last hits and stuff when they don't have any backup. I mean, and considering they have 2 melee heroes, and it's just like so let's just go through their lineup. I mean, they have Razor, who's a carry. Ursa's a carry. Beastmaster's in middle as support. To be honest, they sent Invoker bottom. Here he is. Invoker should have his own lane because he is so level dependent. More so, I would say, than Beastmaster. But so we're laning against a Razor Invoker. And there the Invoker reveals himself, and they're gonna harass Bounty Hunter. And I'm like, okay, you know, fuck this. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna shoot them because I do not want them harassing my Bounty Hunter. And so we're gonna harass them. That's one thing Venomancer is actually very good at. And so, yeah, Razor basically took way too much creep damage getting that one hit off, because he got smacked a couple times by every creep. Creeps actually do a ton of damage to low-level heroes, so right there I took a lot of damage from the creeps. But that's fine, because we're dealing far more damage. I'm able to get my slow again off on Razor, and Bounty Hunter goes in. And we can I kind of wanted to get one more hit off, because I might have been able to kill him if I got one more hit off. Because my slow has poison. But I guess he did pop a salve there. I didn't see that in the game because he was out of my vision, which I should turn on. But yeah. So I mean, we're doing pretty well down here. Bounty Hunter's hurt, which is kind of unfortunate. I didn't realize he was hurt that much. I should have popped my salve on him in retrospect. But instead, I go to pull these creeps because the lane is pushed really far. By using this technique called pulling, I pull this camp into the creep lane, and then it'll push the creeps up here, which they'll start fighting, and that'll mean that the enemy's creeps can push the lane, and we miss first blood on top lane. They get first blood against Crystal Maiden, which is good. First blood gives you an extra 200 gold, so it's very nice to get. So basically you do this because it lets me get experience by myself, which is really good because I don't really want to try and sap experience from the bounty hunter too much. And it's also a good way to get gold without taking gold from the bounty hunter in lane. So they come in here. I throw down a ward. They're only level 2, so they're not that good. But I'm just throwing them down because they're good. And Razor keeps trying to attack them, which is like he doesn't do enough attack. They have 200 health, and he's not doing enough attack damage at his low level to really hurt them a lot. I probably should have picked up Poison Sting instead of 2 levels of wards. I probably should have been 1-1-1 at this point, because Poison Sting, it adds poison to just regular attacks, and it slows them, which is extremely helpful for like when you're chasing somebody, because you can chase them for a really long time. Yeah, so let's look at the lanes. Ursa's up top, and he's hurt a little bit. Crystal Maiden's getting pressured. Freaking Ancient Apparition Tiny is actually really scary, because Tiny can stun, and if you know how Cold Feet works, you put on somebody and they take damage over time, and if they don't move far enough away from it, like where you initially cast it, they'll get stunned. And so if you stun somebody while that's on them, they have less time to try and run away from it, and so they have higher likelihood of getting stunned. So our sniper seems to be doing a pretty good job. We're still down here. Bounty Hunter's just hiding in the shops, so I'm just gonna make sure I try and get last hits, although I messed it up. We're gonna go in, actually, I think. Yeah. Bounty Hunter's gonna attack him, and that is a kill. So that is another kill for our team. And Tiny gets a kill on Crystal Maiden. He dove the tower for that. I also, yeah, they killed Ursa too up there. So this Tiny and the Tiny has 3 kills already. Wow, but he died, which kind of sucks. So I mean, right now I'm just trying to harass because I did pick up Poison Sting. So very nice for harassing because it does damage over time. 5 damage over 7 seconds. That's 35 damage. It kind of eliminates his regen. He has 4.2 regen, and so it kind of just eliminates any healing he has. Because when an Invoker has Quas up, he can have 3 orbs up, and they're 3 different types. So when he has Quas up, he regenerates health more. So he just picked up another one, and now he's regenerating 7.3, which is an ass ton. So I mean, he's very hard to like whittle down. You kind of have to just kill him really fast if he has a lot of Quas levels. So we have Sniper down here. Beastmaster's still here. He's using the illusions, I guess, which seems kind of silly. They're Crystal Maiden DC'd, but she comes back. I don't know what happened. Maybe just bad internet or something. And so because Ursa's up here by himself, he's not doing so hot right now. I'm doing another pull. I'm using my ward. No, I'm just jungling, I think. I'm using my wards to kill stuff. Wards are really good for jungling because they just do extra damage. So it's pretty nice. Now I have level 3 wards, which is delightful. I probably shouldn't be standing here because I'm kind of leeching experience from Bounty Hunter, which is kind of bad. And because I should see, I'm trying to let him focus on killing the enemy's creeps so he can get gold while I try and deny. And so once again, I don't want to be taking his experience too much. I ward the river there just because I know Beastmaster is missing because he's not at middle, but he actually swung top and not bottom. So he's going to be going in there, and Tiny just gets destroyed. Not much he can do there. Beastmaster blew his ult on him, which stuns him for 3 seconds. Not very good, and then Ursa comes in, and it hurts a lot. But we're down here, and we're getting some kills. If you didn't notice what I did there, I put my ward in front of Razor to try and block him, because you can't walk through wards. So I don't know if you guys realized what I did there. I kind of saved Bounty Hunter's ass. I basically purposely tried to aggro the tower on me by standing really close to it because he was too low on health to really be taking that. And then And I started attacking the Invoker while he was attacking Bounty Hunter. Because it's like, if the Invoker is just going to stand there and attack Bounty Hunter, I'm going to fucking, like, shoot his ass a lot. Which I did do, and we actually ended up getting a kill. I think I got a double kill there. No, I got one kill, and I think Bounty Hunter got, no. I think Sniper got the other. Sniper came down there. So Razor teleports in, and I just do an ass ton of damage. I pop my slow on him. I hit him with Poison Sting. I hit him with my wards. So he's taking a lot of damage from that. So it wasn't really worth him teleporting in there. I was not aware that Bounty Hunter also got a Basilius. I don't know why he got that. I should have paid more attention, because Basiliuses, they have a mana regen aura, and it doesn't stack. So it's kind of dumb to get 2 of them on the people in the same lane, because they don't really work so well. But so let's look at top again. Ursa's like their only hard carry other than Razor, and by this point in the game, I'm just like, this Razor really isn't very good. How many times has he died? He has died twice. So when you die, you lose gold, and you also lose time in lane. So you're down in experience and gold. So you can see Bounty Hunter is almost level 6 already. I am level 6. I'm almost level 7. I'm getting a lot of experience. I start doing poorly on experience later, but I have 2 levels on Razor, which is kind of a big deal. And I'm lagging here for some reason. Not sure why. I guess because Ursa's getting a double kill, which is pretty unfortunate. I forget what we're doing at this point. I pulled.
Double damage.
And I think right now I am pretty worried because they are all missing. However, my wards, I believe I can see Invoker there. I see Razor there. I'm pretty sure. And now we definitely see them. We can see Beastmaster has double damage. Just putting wards down because it'll scare him. It's like they really do a lot of damage at low levels if they don't have like a shield or something. I mean, what do I have level 3. No, I have level 4 because they're doing 34 to 42 damage, which is pretty significant. So they're all 3 down here. So they're trying to push the lane. So what I'm doing, I should probably be putting these wards at the tower, but I'm basically creating like a wall of wards. And that will stop the push pretty handily. Because if they try and push through here, my wards is just going to deal so much damage to the creeps, as you will see. It's just like they're not going to get past there. And so Sniper came, and so we're going to engage. I use my ulti there, which is basically, it does an AoE, and it just does a lot of damage over time. So Sniper goes down. I basically try and juke the Beastmaster into my wards, so he'll take a lot of extra damage. And now he's running, and he's getting kind of slowed. I'm chasing him because I almost have my, I have my Q almost ready. He is kind of dumb because if he didn't stop to throw those axes, he might have lived. And right now I'm hurt really bad. I'm just gonna go hide into the trees and wait for my mana to regen so I can teleport out. Because I don't want to be visible. I don't want somebody to like hit me. I don't want like Invoker. Invoker has an ability, because Invoker, what he can do is he can summon abilities with his Invoke, depending on what things he has. And if he had Exhort, he could have 3 Exhort out and then Invoke, and he gets Sunstrike, which is a global nuke. So if he saw me like just standing right here, he could cast that, and it would come down and it would hit me for like 100 damage, which would have killed me a while ago. Although now I have over 100 health. Does 100? It's based on his level of Exhort, so depending on, he could have maybe killed me, but. I guess that's one thing. One thing I kind of want to talk about is why exactly I like Dota 2 better than LoL. Because I know on a couple of my videos somebody commented like, "Oh, this looks pretty cool, but I think I like LoL better," or something to that effect. And it's just like, I mean, I like Dota 2 for a lot of different reasons. I mean, I prefer it over LoL for a lot of different reasons. One reason I like is the teleport scrolls, in that you can't just press whatever it is B, I think, and teleport back to base instantly like you can in LoL. It makes it a lot more like strategic, and these have a minute cooldown, no, that little over a minute, 65-second cooldown, so you can't just spam them all the time. And it makes it a lot easier to defend towers. Like if I'm down here and they're attacking over here, I don't have to walk all the way over there. I can just teleport without picking up like you know, like a summoner spell teleport, you know, like they have in LoL. I guess another thing I don't like about LoL is those summoner abilities, which I don't really like because, I guess I don't really like any of the customization in LoL because they act like it gives it customization, but it really doesn't because there are some things that are clearly better, aka Flash is pretty much the best ability in LoL. There's no reason for you not to really use it unless maybe you're jungling or something. I guess that's another thing, is LoL has a pretty standard metagame. There are basically the only thing is you have one in middle, one on the top over here, two on the bottom, and one jungler. That's what it is in LoL in almost every single game I ever see. And it's just like, okay, that's kind of boring. I mean, in Dota, you can do crazy shit. Like, you can have a tri-lane. We could have a tri-lane bottom. We could have, like, Tiny come bottom. And we could have Tiny and I supporting the Bounty Hunter, getting the Bounty Hunter tons of farm. And it's like, that's totally viable. If you did that in LoL, you would lose. You want to know why? Because you can't deny creeps in LoL. Is another reason I don't really like it. Because, I mean, it's so forgiving. Because, see, he couldn't have done that. And it's like somebody could have just walked in and smacked that for easy gold. It really makes it like you have to... You can't just, like, BL pansy like you can in LoL sometimes. And, I mean, that's also exacerbated by the fact that the towers in LoL do absolute metric shit tons of damage, which I don't really like either. So, I guess right now they're a lot in mid, and I see they're doing that, so I'm looking, basically. I'm basically putting a ward there so I can keep vision of this area. But, another thing I like is the ability of you to, like, actually use abilities. I mean, like, the items I like a lot better in Dota 2. They are a lot more interesting, I feel. They're a lot more useful in general. Looks like Bounty Hunter found me there. Not a big deal. He's walking into all my wards, so he is actually taking a bit of damage, which is kind of funny. It's like he probably took like 100 damage from that succession of wards, which is pretty good. So we basically know that these guys are here. We're gonna go after them. But as I was saying, yes, that's a beautiful thing about wards is you can put them like on the high ground even if you're way below it. So it's just apparently we killed their whatever. So we just destroy. I guess Tiny almost died, but we killed Crystal Maiden and Ursa. Nobody died, thankfully. Pretty easy kill. And right now we're just going to defend middle. I believe in chat I was calling out that we should push middle. But because I mean two of their people are dead, and I'm a Venomancer, so I'm just like wards everywhere, and they're really good at pushing. You'll see in a second. You'll actually see me use them. You just put them on the tower. They'll absorb tower damage for you and creep damage, and they'll also do a decent bit of damage, which is nice. I actually blow my slow there to help clear the creep wave faster. So once again, I'm just spamming my wards, because they do a lot of damage. Surprising amounts of damage. So they managed to fortify it, actually. I get really aggressive here. And so he dies. I see Invoker there. And Ursa's coming in with his like thing that makes him attack faster, so I back off. But he has to walk through all of my wards. I think I double back here and I play really aggressive. Yeah, I get pretty aggressive here. I think I actually dive in with my ultimate in a second. So yeah, I hit him with my ult and he's just getting tons and tons of poison damage, which is great. Right now I'm just trying to avoid everything they're tossing at me because they're going after me because I'm low health. You can see my poison did a lot of damage to Crystal Maiden. She shouldn't have come back in. She had too low health. We're just kind of waiting for the tiny stun. See, once again, the Beastmaster slows down to throw axes, which aren't going to kill us, and they only assure his death. So it was kind of silly of him to do that. And once again, I'm hurt pretty bad. I think I'm going bottom to stop this push, and I think I teleport back. But I like the ability. I like the items more in Dota. I mean, they're more active. Like the magic wand, you can use it, and it has this unique effect where if enemies cast magic, like in these spells or abilities within a certain area of you, you get a charge, and you can use those charges to heal yourself. You can also I have arcane boots that give me more mana, and they give me movement speed. But also I can use them to restore mana to everybody around me, which is really good for like supporting your team. I pick up a Blades of Alacrity here, and I build a Ring of Aquila, which is just basically gives 3 agility and 3 to all attributes to the Ring of Basilius. But yeah. And so, we don't have wards up, which is kind of a mistake, because right now they're going to do, Roshan, which they can easily do. There's no reason they can't do it. So he's going to go take a free Roshan, which is kind of bad, because it gives 200 gold to everybody. And he also drops the Aegis of the Immortal, which if you die when you have the Aegis in your inventory, you get revived. So he basically has 2 lives now. This eventually does go away. You have to use it within 10 minutes or else it disappears. So that kind of sucks. But see, I think their main problem in this game was, you know, it's pretty obvious these two are kind of buddies, but the problem is this freaking Crystal Maiden is just like babysitting the Ursa, and so she is not getting very much experience or gold at all. I mean, she still basically has her starting items. It's like she hasn't gotten anything, and it's 17 minutes in. Meanwhile, I'm playing a support type character, and I have freaking Arcane Boots, Magic Wand, Ring of Aquila, Blade of Alacrity, and I have a ward. I actually put a ward here, because I'm like, we need a ward there, because Ursa can take Roshan really easily by himself, and we need to have a ward, so they can't just go to Roshan so easily. Right now, we are going to push bottom lane. But, I guess that's just a couple of reasons why I like LoL better. I mean, there I eat an EMP which drains your mana, but I pop my Arcane Boots, and I mean, that's what I like about it. If you have a drain mana ability in LoL, it's really freaking annoying. Here we actually dive this Razor. He dies pretty easily. And then we kill the tower. I actually kill the tower kill, which means I get a lot of gold. Right now I'm going for the Aghanim Scepter. Here, I teleport in over here, which is kind of stupid, because Ursa immediately comes after me. And he kills me, but I got my ult off on him. And so he's taking a ton of damage. Basically is the dealio here. So Ursa is hurt really bad, and he's gonna have to run away. And I mean, it's like, I guess we traded 2 for 1, which really wasn't that good. But I mean, we stopped their push, so they did not take that tower. Here, Crystal Maiden's attacking Tiny, which is kind of dumb, because I mean, well, she can't see Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter's here. Tiny tosses Bounty Hunter at her, and Bounty Hunter just kills her. And see, but now Ursa's low on health, and he doesn't have any health regen other than his lifesteal, so he can't do anything, so he has to run, basically. And we were able to deny that tower, which reduces the amount of gold the enemy receives for the tower dying, which is quite important. Let's look at the gold graph. See, we're 7,500 gold advantage. We just look at this. We have, me and Tiny are getting, if you just look at our gold, we're getting a lot more than most people on our team. And see, this is what I'm talking about. The Crystal Maiden has jack shit for gold, because she's just wasting all of her time babysitting the freaking Ursa. And it's like, you wanna, and see, I deny another tower there, so we just denied 2 towers. Which is pretty important, because that means they're getting a lot less gold. That's another thing. I put a ward there, so I don't have to risk my life going down here. I can scout it out, so I can put down my observer ward with my... I scout it out with my ward, so I know nobody's there. And I can put down my observer ward in relative safety. Which is good. And I do that again. I put it up here, because I'm seeing there's a lot of guys here. I think one of them might swing around, going this direction. So we put my ward there. On the high grounds, I can see over here, and so we'll know if somebody's coming this way. And I put another one there, just in case, because 2 wards is better than 1, of course, and I might as well do it, because wards are... The good thing about wards is they cost, like, so little mana. And for the amount of mana they cost, they're really good. So, I mean, basically, my wards net me a free 65 gold there, which is pretty important. That's definitely not something to ever disregard, is how good your wards are. They are probably the best thing. So we see Tiny is over here chasing, and so we're like, let's kill these dudes. And there's Ursa. He manages to almost kill Tiny. But what I'm doing here is I'm being really aggressive, because we know he's going to revive, and we just want him dead, basically. I'm getting my ass beat. And so I basically just used my ult there, catching a lot of people in it. And they're still fighting, and it's doing a ton of damage. I actually end up dying there. I probably shouldn't have gone back in. But they're just taking so much damage from my ult. And we just got Sniper a triple kill. and it's totally worth it for me to die for Sniper to get a triple kill. And we killed their entire team. Their entire team's dead, which is pretty freaking good. So I mean, you can kind of just see in the gold graph, Bounty Hunter just got a huge jump in gold per minute. Sniper got quite a bit too, and I mean, the thing is, all of our support heroes died, but we kept their carries alive, and so now we can have our carries farming and like actually doing shit while they're all doing nothing. And our carries are what's really important because they're the ones who need the money, because they can, you know, carry the game. That's what they do. So yeah, and so they're just pushing right now. I think Bounty Hunter dies here because he does something really stupid, if I recall, which is kind of silly. I'm just going to this lane because there's really not that much stuff to do, so I'm actually going to go and go into the jungle and jungle a little bit, because we're not going to push this or anything. I think Bounty Hunter walks back into tower range because he forgets that towers can see, if towers have true sight, so they can see invisible units in a radius about them. So he walked into that so they could see him even though he was invisible. And he died, really stupidly, but it's like, oh well. Sometimes you forget that shit. I mean, I'm not, because the way the matchmaking works, it's actually pretty good in Dota 2, is that it kind of rates you with people of your same skill level. And I'm not at a skill level where people like necessarily know all the mechanics all the time. I mean, I certainly don't. It's just like you gotta, like I know one mechanic is, yeah, and it says it on Poison Nova, but my ult cannot kill people straight out. So one important thing you want to do with Venomancer is when I get my Agonams, my ult's going to be doing tons of damage. Like tons and tons of damage. I think it's going to be doing like a few K damage over 15 seconds. Like almost 2K damage over 15 seconds, which is ridiculous. Really good, because what you do is you can do your ult and then hit them with this. Venomous Gale can kill people with its poison damage. And so what happens is you use this and you tag people with Venomous Gale, and if they try and run, this is going to be doing the most damage. But it's this, the Venomous Gale is what's going to deliver the killing blow. So I see there's a lot of people coming in. I immediately TP in to try and help out, and that's what I'm talking about. TP scrolls are great. Pop my Arcane Boots. I think Tiny and I both have Arcane Boots, and so that EMP drained a lot of our mana, but we got a lot of it back just from the Arcane Boots. I mean, that's just kind of what you got to do. You got to be kind of smart and, well, your item choices, and try and help your team out. And I mean, the items are way more team-oriented in this game, which I like over LoL. Like in LoL, there's like nothing that there's like no item that really helps your team out. It's mostly just tries to help you out so you can help your team. I mean, LoL is a lot more of a individualist game, I would say. It's like in Dota, you can pull off some really cool plays by yourself, sure, but I mean, no matter how good you are, if their entire team finds you out of position, you're gonna die. And in LoL, a lot of times that's not the case. I mean, in LoL, when I've been playing, I've been able to solo entire teams if I was doing well enough. And that shouldn't be the case. That's pretty unbalanced, I think. And it's just like there's one item. What's the item in LoL? Rabadon's Death Cap. It basically just gives you a ton of ability power, which increases your like your spell damage, basically, or how much damage your abilities do. And it's kind of just, that's all it does. And it's really boring, because like even the most powerful weapons in this game, like there's very few weapons that have like no active effects. Like probably the only one I can think of is Butterfly. Is a really high level item that has really no active effects. Monkey King Bar but it has like, they have kind of special things. Like Butterfly gives you evasion, which not a lot of items give you evasion, and so it's very cool that it gives you evasion. So we're getting a fight in here. Tiny gets caught, and so we're trying to go in and help him. I caught my ult, I hit Ursa, and I hit Crystal Maiden. You can see how much damage it's doing to her. She's just taking so much damage. So right now we're just backing up. Tiny almost gets killed from that. Razor comes back in for some stupid reason, so I keep hitting him. So he's taking quite a bit of damage. Beastmaster comes in. He takes a ton of damage because he gets ultied by Sniper. Right now, Invoker is chasing after Sniper with his Cold Snap. So I'm just trying to help my Sniper escape. I'm tagging him with my ability here that slows him, so he can't as easily catch Sniper. And then Tiny manages to come back in and clean him up. I mean, it's just like that's what's really good, because even when you're at low health, you can still do a lot of shit. I mean, it's like don't underestimate what you can do with low health. And because it's like a lot of times, like I'm running around right now with really low health, and I don't fucking care because I can push this shit. I don't need to have a lot of health to push this. And so it's just use my wards. We're talking in chat, kind of. You can see the all chat, but you can't see the team chat, which is kind of annoying. And we're basically like, okay, we killed a lot of them. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this tower quick, and we're going to just back out. And I back out because I have so much money. My goodness, I'm pretty sure I finished buying my Here's another thing. I like the rune system better than the RS system in LoL because runes are random, and so you can't just be like, I'm gonna get the blue buff and have unlimited mana. And it's really annoying because you have like the regen rune basically gives you unlimited mana until it's full. It basically fully heals you if you don't get hit while you have it active. But I mean, yeah. It's just I like it a lot better than like getting the blue buff and having reduced ability cooldowns and basically ass tons of mana. That's what the deal is. So I bought a lot of stuff on the courier. What do I have? I bought a Ogre Club and a Staff of Wizardry to complete my Aghanim's. I bought some Time Portal Scrolls and a Healing Salve to heal myself up because I'm low on health. So I don't have to go back to base, basically. Get it? Base, basically. Hahaha. How clever. But, we're just kind of roaming around right now. All the lanes are pretty pushed, I guess other than this one. But, I guess that's why we're not pushing it. So right now we're thinking about doing Roshan. So I put a ward up here because that's going to give us vision over a pretty big area. Tiny has a bottle. Actually, I think he sold the bottle. He did have a bottle. He activates the invisibility rune, sees invisibility. So we have two invisible heroes right here. So we're like, okay, let's go and like fight them. Because I mean, we have two invisible heroes, and they're gonna just get destroyed when they least expect it. So I come in, I ulti, and it's like, you know, I died. That's true. But I hit him with my ult and my venomous scale. Just look at his health drop. Oops, I clicked away. Look at his health drop. He's not even taking damage from anything other than my stuff, and he's losing so much health. I also hit Crystal Maiden. That lowered her health enough where Bounty Hunter was able to get a kill. And it's just like they're hurt so much from my ult that they can't really do a whole lot. Even though we went like 2 for 4, which is actually pretty bad, and the creeps pushed our tower. That was not a very successful fight. I'm surprised it didn't go better. This is a good play by Sniper, because I mean he ults him and then just walks in. He uses a Shadow Blade to go invisible and just walks in and kills him. I think Ursa comes on. He's like, "What the hell? You just ulted me," because he thought the Sniper ulted him with his second shot because he died in one hit, and it actually did a lot of damage. Our Sniper's hitting pretty hard. 99 plus 68. But so right now we're kind of in trouble. I'm deciding which lane I want to push, basically bottom or top. I'm pretty sure I settle on top. Yeah, I was joking. Refresher Orb Sniper. Refresher Orb, you can use it to refresh all of your abilities and items, but it's kind of silly because his ult at max level recharges in 10 seconds anyways. I see Sniper goes top, so I go bottom to stop this push so our tower doesn't take as much damage. It still takes a couple catapult hits, but nothing major. So, yeah. I mean, you want to make sure your towers don't take unnecessary damage. Because, like, the only time you would want them to take damage is if you wanted, like, because you can deny towers when they're below 150 health. You can attack them and kill them, which we did a couple times. We actually did that for 2 of our 3 towers we lost. So it's kind of a, whatever, big deal, I guess, when you leave and denying all the towers. So here I'm using I have enough mana regen. I have a huge mana pool right now. I'm just using this because I figure they're not going to attack me right now. They seem to be playing very passive, the enemy team, and so I'm just not too worried. I actually get a mechanism. I'm going for a mechanism here because I asked. Nobody else was going to get a mechanism. So I'm going to get it. Mechanism is a very good item, an almost must for a support. It's active, it restores health and gives armor in an area, and it just has a passive aura that restores health, 4 health per second passive aura. Bounty Hunter scouts out Ursa and what's her face, Crystal Maiden, and so we just go and murder them. I wasted my ult there because our Ancient Apparition is kind of happy with his Eul's Scepter, which is what it tosses people in the air and they're invulnerable. The problem is he does that when we're trying to kill people, and so basically just prolongs their life. So I don't think he should have used it there, really. So I have this ward here, which I put there, because we're going to do Roshan, because we killed him, so we can take an easy Roshan. I have this here so I can get,
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
like, so we can have vision, so they can't just come here and, like, come behind us while we're doing Roshan. So Sniper picks up the Aegis, and we're like, let's just push middle. This tower's almost dead. And so we'll try and push middle. What's this? Ancient Apparition takes way too much damage there. He is not very tanky at all, and he has decent armor, but he's just not tanky. Like, I'm pretty tanky. I mean, I have 13 armor, which is a lot. And once I get my mechanism, I think once I get my mechanism, I'll have 20 armor, which is a lot of armor. And I'll also have a lot of health regen. But yeah, so we haven't pushed pretty far right now. I think did they deny that tower? I can't remember. But right now we're sitting in a pretty good position. I mean, let's just look at the gold graph. Over 15k advantage. That's a lot. Where's the button here? So they have 36,000, we have 55,000. That is literally like, we almost have time and a half their gold, which is a pretty big deal. That's a lot of gold. You can see I'm doing pretty well in gold per minute. I don't have a lot of experience per minute. I've been spending a lot of time moving around the map. Like right now, I'm not getting any experience. I've just been spending a lot of time moving around the map. Holy shit, he did so much damage.
No.
That's the problem. The Crystal Maiden's been spending her entire time babysitting the Ursa. So she just doesn't have good items. And she can't really contribute. I mean, she has her aura, which is when she's alive, she gets mana regen to her entire team, but she's not staying alive. She's way too squishy. She gets picked off way too easily. I mean, like, our squishiest person is Ancient Apparition, but he has a Force Staff, which gives him a lot of survivability, and a Eul's, because he can use on himself to make him invulnerable for 2.5 seconds. Then he can Force Staff out, which pushes you in a direction 600 units, which is like this far as like 600 units. I mean, you can push yourself out of trouble pretty easily, and it's really hard for people like Ursa to chase you when you do that. Their Ursa picks up a Basher, which is kind of stupid, I think. You have a chance to bash people for 1.4 seconds. I mean, on Ursa it's kind of good because you can use his overpower to attack really fast, which gives him a pretty good chance to do that, but I don't know. Our team basically goes in an attempt to gank Invoker. He just gets destroyed, basically. I start coming top too because we're like, let's just push top and try and end this. I have my mechanism finished, so we can push pretty hard. Because I have mechanism and arcane boots, I can keep up the mana and health of our entire team. I'm using my wards to scout the jungle because I figure that's where they're going to come from, and sure enough they do. Once again, Crystal Maiden gets destroyed. We go in, and he dies. I get another kill. And so we just killed 3 of them. We took no deaths. I pop my mech and my arcane boots, get us mana, get us heals. And so we're just like, let's just push this tower. So I'm going to start spamming wards on this tower. That's what you want to do. 114. Who's 1 in 14? Is he talking about the Ursa? No, the Crystal Maiden. Yeah, the Crystal Maiden really did not do very well. She's way too squishy. She spent too much time babysitting. Sniper dies there, but he basically dove. He has the Aegis, so he's not very scared. He's basically buying time for us to get the tower. And then we come in and I try and help him. But there we go with that. You can just see how much damage this is doing. This is doing 108 damage per tick for 15 seconds. That's 15 times 108. That is 1620. I actually kill Razor with my ult and my Poisonous Gale. Here I pop my ult to heal my... I mean, not my ult. I pop my mechanism to heal myself because I was low on health. And I just get out of there. I mean, we took the tower. There's no point overextending and dying trying to get the barracks because we can try and get it later. In the meantime, while we were doing that, Bounty Hunter was able to get the bottom barracks. So we are sitting pretty good right now. I start coming back. I bought a Oblivion Staff. I'm not sure what I was going for that. I was
Dire's
going to
middle
get an
tower
Orchid,
is
I
under
believe.
attack.
Because right now, really the only thing I'm missing is passive mana
Dire's
regen. I mean, for
structures
mana
are
regen, I can use my
fortified.
Arcane Boots, but I'm missing passive mana regen. So I'm going to go for an Orchid because it gives me 150% mana regen. It also lets me silence somebody, and it gives me extra damage, attack speed, and intelligence. I mean, right now I'm pretty tanky. I'm just going for this because it gives me utility and the silence, because I can silence people like Invoker. And once you silence Invoker, he really can't do a whole lot, because his entire like character is based around silence, based around casting lots of abilities. So once you silence him, he's kind of useless. I can also silence Ursa, and then he can't overpower, then he can't use his Earth Shock. And I also think his Orb doesn't work, his Fury Swipes. Basically, when he hits somebody with Fury Swipes, his next hit will do more damage. If he keeps hitting people, he'll keep doing more and more damage to them. So, and it also makes you do more damage. It amplifies damage by 25%. So we can use it on Ursa and just nuke him down really fast. Which is very good. And it just gives me more attack speed, more attack damage, and more intelligence, which is great. Let's look at the gold graph now. Over 20,000. It's basically game over. There's really no way they're going to be able to catch up to us. So, so we're just in here. I have my wards up over here. They can't really... They can try and come through my wards, but they're going to actually take quite a... I mean, 3 wards, you think it's not going to do a lot of damage, but if you don't have tank items... Like, if you don't have items that will help you absorb the damage, if you don't have passive health regen like Crystal Maiden, they can do a lot of damage to her. And you just saw Crystal Maiden get rocked. She just does not have the health. She only has 1,000 health. I mean, our Ancient Apparition almost only has 1,000 health, but I mean, Ancient Apparition, basically... I popped my Arcane Boots here again because we got EMP'd, and I also popped my mech. But it's like this Ancient Apparition has the Force Staff and the Yules, which gives him the utility to be able to survive. And he also has a magic wand he can use when he needs health. Because he can pop that. If he has full charges and he pops this, he'll get an extra 150 health, which is quite a bit. So it's a pretty big deal. Here we're pushing again. I just keep casting my stuff. We get hit by another EMP tornado. Taking a lot of damage right now. Sniper goes down. But they have to back up. I mean, they can't really do a whole lot against us right now. Here I go. I actually get Force Staffed by the Ancient Apparition. And I go in there. Here I back up because I remember, actually amazingly, that these dudes can mana burn me.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Which is pretty significant. I mean, this dude, he has this ability. I mean, the Necronomicon's really freaking good. Necronomicon, I think this is Beastmaster. Necronomicon and Beastmaster is really good. He has mana break when he hits them. When this guy hits people, he drains their mana,
Dire's middle barracks
deals
are
damage to
under
whatever kills him, and he has True Sight. It's really, really good. It is rather amazing how good the Necronomicon is. I really wish more people would use it. I feel like it's better on heroes, more heroes than just Beastmaster. It's better on a lot of heroes.
Dire's middle
So right now we are
barracks
just kind of
under
cleaning up. Where am I at? I am over here. I'm just taking these Raxes with my wards. We're just nuking it down. I have a lot of money. I could finish my Orchid by now, I think.
attack.
Very nearly.
Has fallen.
I think I have enough to finish it.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's
Once again, I ulti just on Razor, but he's going to take so much damage from my ulti that I think he dies here. He gets hit by this and he dies. So it's just like...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
You can see that my mech aura gives him +2
Dire's
armor,
middle
which is
tower
really
is
helpful.
under attack.
So right now I have 22 armor, which is a lot. I'm actually hitting for like 140 damage, which is a lot for support.
Dire's
And it's just
middle
like,
tower has
I'm just
fallen.
sitting pretty high. We call GG, and this guy's basically just pissed off because he's like, please report these two. It's like, you can't really report somebody for being bad. I mean, the Ursa was doing fine. It's just the Crystal Maiden wasn't doing very well. And it's like, are you kidding me, Beastmaster? You weren't doing that well either. He's the dude who kept trying to axe people and killing himself because he kept trying to axe people.
Under attack.
It's just like, come on.
Radiant
And he was trash talking the entire game, apparently. I mean, you could kind of see it, but it's just like, don't be a dick. I mean, sometimes people play bad. I mean, the Crystal Man was playing bad. Ursa was playing decent. I would say that Ursa played better than the Beastmaster, though. Because the Beastmaster kept getting killed. So here we go. I end up with 27 assists, which is huge. And 8 kills. So we have 50 kills. I was involved in 35 of them, basically. Which is pretty big. I mean, what is that? What is that percent-wise? That's 70% of kills I had a hand in. So, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. I had the most last hits. I had more gold than anybody on my team, really, other than the bounty hunter. Um, just destroyed them in gold. I had kind of shitty experience, but that's because I was roaming so much, which allowed me to get all these assists. So it's like, this is kind of like a roaming Venom. I was just playing like really heavy support. I was playing like aggressive support. I mean, I was going where my teammates were, and I was going where my teammates were, and I was helping them get kills. Even if it didn't mean I get a lot of experience, I was helping them get kills. I found it kind of amazing. I only died 3 times because I spent a lot of time. Like there were quite a few times where like the 3 I probably could have done this without dying, but there were a couple times where I'm like I'm gonna walk in there, I'm gonna ult, I don't care if I die. I mean you saw how low health I was a couple times, and it's like if you play properly, you can get really aggressive with low health if you know your limits. I mean there were a couple times where I just basically whatever. I was just being really aggressive at low health. So, I mean, you can see the Crystal Maiden. Basically, it was their Crystal Maiden's fault, kind of, that they lost partially. Their Razor really wasn't very good either. I mean, he only had a Vanguard and Power Treads, basically. He did have a Ring of Basilius and stuff, but it's just like poop items, poop items. He had drums at least, but kind of poop items on Invoker. He had a Necronomicon. It was only level 1 Necronomicon, though, so kind of poop items on him, too. I think it was only level 1. They really all had poop items. I mean, and then we have people like our Bounty Hunter who had a Desolator and a Monkey King Bar and a Diffusal Blade and another Blades of Alacrity with a Vladimir's. It's just like so much good items. They couldn't really do anything against that. Sniper had Shadow Blade, 2 Wraith Bands, Mjolnir. Ancient Apparition had good items. I had good items. Tiny had good items. He had his Aghanim's, Blink Dagger. He was going to go for an Assault Curious, looks like, and it was just like, we just had so much money, and that's one thing, is once you get an advantage, you have to try and keep the advantage. You have to keep farming whenever possible when you have the advantage. Because otherwise, your advantage you worked so hard to get can easily just fall through if you just walk. That's a problem a lot of people have, is once they have an advantage, they start trying to go for kills really a lot, and they don't farm. And then the other team catches up and farm, and they actually end up getting ahead. So it's just like, you gotta keep trying to keep your advantage. And we did that a lot by pushing towers, by denying towers. We only lost 3 towers. We denied 2 of them. That's 1,000 gold difference, which is a pretty big deal. Because 1,000 gold, I mean, it's 200 gold split over every person. But that's 200 extra gold on the Crystal Maiden. That could have been another item for her that might have allowed her to survive sometimes. But whatever. I hope you guys like that. I mean, Venomancer is a really sweet hero. He gets picked a lot in the competitive scene because he's just ridiculous. He can push so hard with his wards. He has a great slow. His ulti can be really good in team fights. And he has a passive slow in his attack, which can help secure a lot of kills. Because even at level 1, it's 11% slow, which is pretty like noticeable when you're slow at 11%, and that nets a lot of kills just as regular attacks. He's very good at just setting up kills. I mean, you can see that with my assists. Venomancer, it's hard for him to like get kills, even though I managed to get 8, but he can just set up a lot of kills, and he can push a lot of lanes, and stop pushes too, because he puts a lot of wards on a tower, because the creeps will target the wards over the tower. There's just no way. If you have like 10 Venomancer wards by a tower, it's going to be a bitch to take, unless the other team's completely fed and they can just destroy wards really fast. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. I really liked that game. I felt I played really well, even though I ended up being tied with Ancient Apparition for the lowest level, but that's what happens when you're support. I could have gone maybe semi-carry Venomancer and gone for more damage items, but I wanted to get the Mechanism and the Arcane Boots because I wanted to like try and help my team win. I went kind of carry in the beginning with my Aghanims, but then I went for the Mechanism because I wanted to help my team out. And then you could see the Mechanism paid off. It even helped keep me alive that one time when we were pushing the top barracks. I was probably at like 100 some health, and I popped it, and it like got me up to like 400, which is really good. So yeah, I guess that's kind of how you play Venomancer. I mean, I would say I played him more aggressively than a lot of people do, but I mean, I like to play him aggressively. I like to, like the other times I play him, I tend to go kind of semi-carry-ish with him, get some more damage items just because he can do that. I mean, if you get a lot of damage items on him, people cannot get away from Venomancer. with his passive with his passive slow on his attack. If he has a high attack speed, he's gonna have that slow on you all the time. There's no way you're gonna get away. And if you get phase boots on Venomancer or something, he can chase you so easily, and he can just slow you to death, and you just cannot escape. And so it's just ridiculously good. I mean, I think he's definitely one of the strongest heroes in the game, I would say. I mean, that's why he gets picked so much at pro level, because he has so many tools to net him kills and stuff and help his team. But I guess that's that. Comment and whatever. I don't say that like ever, but it's like, I mean, I like Dota 2, and I don't know if people on my channel like Dota 2, like my subscribers, but I mean, I like Dota 2 a lot. If you want to see more, tell me. If you want to see certain heroes, tell me. I mean, there's a lot of heroes I haven't played. Like if you look at my heroes, I've played, how many is this? I've actually played quite a few. Probably like 20 or something. I don't play this, no, not, 20, not even 20, probably like 18. I don't play this game nearly as much as I should. Because I usually try and only play with my friends, because I like to play with my friends, but it's like they don't ever play, even though I bug them all the time. So yeah. God, I'm so pissed I have 2 losses with Chen. I should have won that one Chen game I posted. Got so many kills. I do really bad with carries too. Other than anti-mage. Carry, loss. Let's look at this. Win with a carry, win with a carry. Loss. I guess Huskar's kind of a carry, but kind of not. Loss with a carry. Loss with a carry, so I'm 50%. That's 2 for 2. 2 for 3. 2 for 4. 3 for 4. Slaughter's kind of a carry. I'll count him. 4 for 4. I don't know if I count Bloodseeker as a carry. 4 for 6. 4 for 8. Yeah, so I'm 4 for 8. Not a very good win streak with carries. Animage doesn't even count because Animage he's like one of them. He's probably the most overpowered in the character in the game. He is just ridiculous because he can farm so well with his blink. It's just retarded. But anyways, I guess that's it. Enough post game whatchamacallits. We're gonna be done for now. And Venomancer, most successful hero, and Clockwork. I don't know why Zeus is there. I'm really confused why Zeus is there. I only played him once, right? I played him once. I don't know why he's there. I don't know. Anyways, I guess for now we are done. And totally, if you want to see certain heroes, tell me. I'd be really interested in maybe kind of trying to play different heroes and whatnot and stuff. Or whatever. So, I guess that's it. I have one commendation. My friend actually gave me that. So that doesn't really count. But I don't think I've ever gotten reported either. Yay. I tend not to be a dick when I'm playing Dota, hopefully. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. So hopefully there'll be more Dota in the future. I'm looking maybe I'll try and actually get a game with a carry that I win for once. That'd be nice. But other than that, I guess I'll see you guys next time.